Good morning, everybody. I hope you're all doing well today. I was very honored to be asked by the stewardship team to come and chat with my friends at Joy about what it means to be nurtured in the church community, and I wrote some words about it so that I could stay on track. I have a tendency to get a little wordy and nervous in these situations. You know, I'm a teacher, and so I can sing and dance and really just act like a fool in front of children all day long. But when you put me in front of a group of adults or my peers, then you know, you don't know what we're going to get, but hopefully this will be a good message for you. So I will say my family, we've been members at Joy for about 17 years, I think, which is crazy to think about, and have raised our children here. And in that 17 years, what we know that our congregation has always believed is that nurturing our congregation and the community means giving our time, talents, and resources in meaningful ways. One of the most heartwarming examples of giving our time and talents, in addition to the prayer shawls that we have on the altar today, of which my mother was a recipient and still cuddles with it regularly since her heart attack 2 years ago, is our handmade card making ministry. And I know we mention that a lot at Joy, but just because it is such a, what I see as a small gesture that makes such a huge impact. Volunteers create cards to reach out to those who are sick, who are struggling, someone who may need encouragement, or may just want to say hello. These cards are crafted with love and with care, and they are a small and powerful reminder that someone is thinking of them from church and praying for their well-being. My own family has been blessed by several times when we open our mailbox to find one of those made with love cards. And it's a simple act that brings absolutely immense comfort to people during their toughest moments. You know, just to know that someone is praying for you, even in and especially in those times where it may be too difficult to pray for yourself. It shows how just the smallest gesture can just really change the trajectory of someone's mood and space and walk with Christ. At the same time, one of the sillier examples of nurturing came to me immediately from when the world shut down during the COVID pandemic. Our children were very small at that time. Thomas was 3, Jillian was 6, John was still trying to work. I mean, it was a lot, you know. We were just trying to keep everybody busy. We could only watch so much TV. Those were very difficult times, of course, that I make a little light of. But any human interaction that we could have was so welcomed. And we got a text one day from Pastor Lane, who was with Deacon Shelley, and they were out making deliveries. And they sent me a text, and they said, "Hey, go out and look on your front porch." And so I said to the children, "We have something on the front porch. Let's go." And so we all gleefully ran over to the porch, and we didn't see it right away because what was on our porch was the tiniest little Jesus figurine. And it was a gift from our church family. I want you to know that we still have that Jesus figurine. I think currently it is sitting on my daughter's bathroom vanity as a reminder to us that Jesus is always with us, and our church family is always with us, even when we are not physically in these walls. One of the things that I think Joy does really well is nurturing in the community. We have events like Trunks of Treats and Service to the Carpenter's Table and Journey to Bethlehem, which allows us to connect with people outside of our church family. Trunks of Treats, of course, is not just a fun Halloween event, although the kids may think that. It's actually a sneaky way to provide an opportunity for us to share joy with families in our neighborhoods and create a safe and welcoming space for them to come with their families. Similarly, our work with the Carpenter's Table, of course, it addresses food insecurity and shows how we can offer practical help to those people in our community who need it. The Journey to Bethlehem Christmas experience is an absolutely beautiful outreach to our community, but it also strengthens the relationships within our congregation as our members come together to create this meaningful experience for ourselves and also for the community. People of all ages can contribute their talents, you know, and maybe even allow yourself to become a little more vulnerable by stepping out of your comfort zone. I don't know if any of you remember my husband with the big feathered wings and the glittery silver halo that he wore for performance after performance. I mean, talk about stepping out of your comfort zone a little bit. He twinned with my daughter for the day, so that was pretty awesome. But sometimes, we contribute to that through acting, building sets, or simply welcoming visitors. But all those contributions are what make that event such a wonderful success. It's a perfect example of how we nurture one another through shared experiences, of course, in service. So whether it's donating food or volunteering your time or being willing to show your more vulnerable self, maybe even offering financial support, these outreach programs remind us to be the hands and voice of God in our community. For those of us who are within the congregation that happen to be fortunate to be feeling very successful and confident at the moment, I know lots of times we tend to focus more on nurturing the sick and the suffering, which is certainly a need, but when you are feeling on top of the world and you're on that mountaintop, that is when there is an opportunity before you to serve and nurture others. Maybe to offer your talents and times to build up others. Maybe that's leading a Bible study or mentoring younger members or helping to organize church events. But everyone in this space has something to offer to our church community, and it is certainly welcomed. So finally, one thing that I wanted to share that I am really excited about seeing our congregation do more intentionally is remembering to nurture the different generations in our church, each in a way that resonates with them and the chapter of life that we are traveling through at that time. By giving our talents across these different ministries and outreach programs, that is how we create a Joy Lutheran Church that nurtures everyone, from the youngest to the oldest, in our minds, in our bodies, and in our spirit. So it is a joy to walk through the doors of this church each week and to serve with you. And I hope that you do continue not only to nurture the body of the church inside these walls, but also to continue to reach out into your neighborhoods and community to continue to nurture, because that's really the spirit of what we have here. Thank you very much.